PBL 1, Early Literacy Information for Parents and Families by Annie, Michelle, Allison, Courtney, and Michaela. Introduction. This video is intended to provide information for parents, families, and guardians around early literacy developmental milestones for children in kindergarten. This video will provide information around the following: developmental milestones around early literacy for children, what happens if children do not meet these developmental milestones, identify factors that may hinder a child's early literacy development, at-home activities that are literacy-based, and resources for parents, families, and guardians around early literacy development. Developmental milestone number 1, speech. Children in kindergarten should be able to use expressive vocabulary, verbalize approximately 2,600 words, recognize about 20,000 words, speak in well-formed and complex sentences, use all parts of speech, for example, not only be able to use the word, but to be able to describe what the word means. Developmental milestone number 2, reading. Children should be able to listen attentively to stories, can identify how books work, reads familiar books. This doesn't mean the child needs to read the words, but can be the child browsing the pictures, identifying what they see or what they think will happen next, can identify and name the letter of the alphabet, understands the connection between letters and their sounds. For example, knows the letter A says A or A. Developmental milestone number 3, writing. The children should know the conventions of print. This means the child knows where to begin reading, to read from left to right, to read from top to bottom, and to read words in order they appear in a story, for example. They begin to write some letters of the alphabet and well-known words. They know the difference between kids and grown-up writing. This could mean your child recognizes what an adult has written, how detailed it is, and can distinguish it was written by an adult rather than a same-aged peer. And they could also write their own name. Developmental milestone checklist. This is a checklist that identifies all of the developmental milestones for kindergarten children around the 3 areas of literacy: writing, speech, and reading. Please feel free to pause the video if you need more time to access and review the checklist. If children do not meet these developmental milestones, there are many resources that are available to them once a formal assessment has been completed. If needed, the school can provide assessments around speech and language, psychological assessments, special education referrals, frequent meetings with teachers, support staff, families, and consulting professionals, parent-teacher meetings, and referrals for resource consultations. At-home strategies and activities for promoting early literacy skills. Some examples are reading with your child for 15 minutes a night, sight word cards, writing some simple words on cue cards and having the child read the word daily until they become familiarized with it, story retells. Read a story to your child. After you are finished, have them retell you what happened on each page. Reading through pictures. Have your child read each page by explaining what they see in the pictures and what they think is happening. Have your child help with writing grocery lists. This encourages them to use their writing skills, letter formation, and sounding out words. Encourage children to verbalize what they see on walks, car rides, bus rides, etc. This helps children develop their speech skills by encouraging them to verbalize what they see or are experiencing. And daily news. Have your child explain to you what their favorite part of their day was, what they learned, something they did or saw. This will help with their recognition and speech skills. What are the key differences between developmentally appropriate practices and the standards-based approach? The standards-based approach. Teachers focus on curriculum standards and plan according to meeting these standards for each child. The teachers use assessments to monitor each child's progress according to the curriculum outline. Children do not get to choose what they want to learn. Developmentally appropriate practices. Teachers use their knowledge skills in regards to making decisions circling around a child's development. Teachers focus on each child's unique learning, specifically factoring in their cognitive, social, physical, and emotional skills. Teachers plan to guide and challenge each child so that each child feels like their goals are being met. This approach makes learning more personalized for children. Resources for families. Here are some additional resources for families around a child's developmental milestones. These resources touch on not only early literacy skills, but other developmental milestones for children aged 4 to 5. Should you be concerned about your child's development in any of these areas, or should you have any additional questions, Please feel free to contact their teacher, school principal, or support staff for further information. Here are some useful website links for families around early literacy resources.